Mm. Namaste. Welcome to our information session. So, we begin with a small activity and then we'll proceed as events unfold. So the first thing I would like you to do is make a paper boat using any such A4 sheet paper or whatever paper you have. Make a paper boat of your choice, the way you like it. And as you are making it, observe the movements, the foldings happening, as well as the unfolding happening. Whatever type of paper boat बचपन में जो भी बनाते थे, whatever in childhood you made it, I hope. Take your time. There might be some other memories which might come. Observe them also of your own childhood. Any songs, any images. So you're done. You can turn on your video also and can share about your paper boat. This has to do with uh, some of the concepts which are going to be shared. And as the name suggests, a sail boot camp. So it is not about the sailing, but yes, it is also about selling as an analogy, selling as a metaphor. तो लगता है कि मैं भूल गया।
बन गई सर, पर मुझे यूट्यूब थोड़ा रेफर करना पड़ा।
हाँ, मुझे भी लग रहा
सर।
था कि मेरी भी बनी, बट यूट्यूब तो रेफर नहीं किया।
अच्छा, नहीं, मुझे मुझे भी करते करते ध्यान आ रहा था, पर जहाँ अटक गई मेरे को लगा रहे।
हम्म।
बहुत बनाई तो बहुत है बचपन में, बट
हाँ। ओके, सो वुड यू लाइक टू शो
ओके।
and any other memories, anything came up while making, after, as you, how do you connect with it? If you can share. Yeah. Okay, nice. Hello, Zena.
सर इस पे
जना को
इग्नोर।
नहीं पूछा?
जना को भी नहीं आता सर।
अरे अभी तो बनाया था, हमने एक्सपेरिमेंट किए थे बहुत सारे।
हाँ, बोर्ड बनाई थी, यस, बहुत सारी बोर्ड्स तो बनाई थी, जना को याद नहीं रहा।
ओके,
हाँ।
सो यू लाइक टू शेयर एनीथिंग?
नहीं सर, बचपन की बहुत
एसोसिएशन
मेमोरीज
लाइक।
आई।
हम्म।
पहले तो मतलब हम जहाँ के रहने वाले हैं,
हाँ।
तो वहाँ तो वाटर क्लॉगिंग बहुत होती थी।
ओके।
तो हमारा फन फन पार्ट यही होता था,
हम्म।
बोर्ड बना के, और मतलब वही खेल होता था, सिंपल
हम्म।
एंड इजी। तो पानी में खेलना और पेपर बोट्स। बल्कि उसके बाद जब ये
हाँ।
वो वाली आनी शुरू हुई थी ना, थोड़ी मोटर बोट्स टाइप जो थी, जो छोटी छोटी मिलती थी,
यस यस यस।
वो माचिस की तिल्ली से
माचिस
भी
की
जलती
तिल्ली के
थी।
साथ, हाँ। करेक्ट।
तो उसके उसके आने के बाद काफी टाइम तक ये लूज हो गया था पेपर बोट्स,
हाँ
क्योंकि
हाँ।
वो गीली भी नहीं होती थी, और
यस।
चलती थी तो फिर रेस हो सकती थी।
हाँ।
पानी पानी की पेपर बोट्स में तो जो है वो हमारा ऐसे ही हो जाता था। बट
राइट।
हाँ, तो इट वाज गुड चाइल्डहुड, चाइल्डहुड मेमोरीज।
ग्रेट। So let me show what I am trying out few things.
ओके।
हाँ, कुछ और ही बना है, which
अच्छा।
मैंने अपने चाइल्डहुड में नहीं बनाया है, और थोड़ा सा
अच्छा।
सेल का फिलोसॉफी क्या है, पहली बार मैं शेयर कर रहा हूँ इन
ओके।
लाइक अ पब्लिक प्लेटफॉर्म वन सेंस। तो ये है मेरी इम्प्रोवाइज्ड पेपर
वाह वाह।
बोर्ड। चलेगी कि नहीं चलेगी मुझे नहीं पता है। आई डोंट नो वेदर इट वुड वर्क और नॉट, बिकॉज आई ऑल्सो फॉरगॉट समवेयर। फिर मुझे लगा वो घर जैसे बनाते थे बचपन में, तो घर पहले याद आया। एक ही
अच्छा।
घर बनाने का कुछ था, और ऐसे फोल्ड कर देते वैसे फोल्ड कर रहे थे। सो आई वॉज फोल्डिंग, एंड जगजीत सिंह वाला गाना याद आ गया कि वो
वो
कागज की कश्ती,
कागज की कश्ती। हाँ।
बारिश का पानी, मगर मुझको लौटा दो।
जना ने, अच्छा, जना ने अपना टच दे दिया है।
ओके, नाइस।
देखिए, पेंसिल से लिखा है उसने।
आई कैन सी इट, या बोट,
पेपर बोट।
पेपर बोट, या। सो yeah, a lot of other such memories of making, playing with friends. I think that was the fun of a childhood, that you can make, you can break, and be with the friends and have a competition, but not with that real sense of a competition of beating each other, or having a fun with that. It's more of a playing rather than competing against each other. in terms of putting undermining somebody. So with that, lot of analogies and things can be drawn. As you mentioned, this is a paper boat, and then we used to have those plastics and the steamboats and other varieties of boats which we were coming. I see our life and our journey somewhere related with this. Also, we talk about ये भाव सागर है. This is the ocean of a life in which we are moving, and there are many other known people who have talked about it, from Amir Khusro to Kabir, and that ये आग का दरिया है, यहाँ डूब के जाना है. So many things. But in short, for the sail part, one, to know what kind of a boat we would require for what kind of a sail, how far we want to go, what kind of discoveries which we want to make, or we are just happy. Yeah, no issues. Uh, we are happy with just moving from one smaller shore to nearby port, and just for a fishing purpose, our day-to-day living purpose, we are moving in and out of it. But for that also one has to know the have the knowledge of the life, because each times the ocean, sea would behave differently depending upon that environment. Uh, so our life is also like that. And as we take children along with us, so maybe they can be with our boat, but they have their own boat in one sense of a physical life, their own emotions, their own body, their own thoughts. So at the end, they have to sail independently also, they have to go solo. And how do we prepare for such life, which is so much uncertain, so much new each time? So I can make this boat, I can make it move on the water, but I can't sit on this and move myself. And so does the learning, which is so much getting isolated from the life. We felt we need to do something and bring learning in life. How these two, life and learning, can come together. And this a childhood part, which goes missing in this learning attempts, right? So much it goes missing. So how life can come in a learning? Because if childhood goes missing from the learning, then the curiosity goes missing from the learning. That love goes missing from the learning. It becomes like the another adult in a smaller body and a smaller mind. So this whole process of making a boat brought us certain connections. Welcome, Yashod Babuji. Just we made a boat, paper boat, and we're connecting with our childhood and what is missing in a childhood somewhere. 6 years ago, when we had one workshop with the parents on similar concept, we had asked them a question: uh, where do you see a childhood getting end, or that childness in the child is kind of over? And we had given certain options like at age 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, or it continues. And surprisingly, most of them said by the age 8 to 10, it's over for current time. Whereas for many of us, it didn't end it for till age 14, till 16, and for some of us, it remains continued in a various forms or at certain levels. So how this childhood can remain alive and brings life in a learning, that's a dream, sort of, to say, to rework upon. And at Anhad, which is a community place near Hyderabad, where this boot camp will happen. We figure it out kind of together. It's not we have found it. That's why I use the word. We figure it out together because each day is a new day, a new weather, and we have to work out. And as many different weathers and different conditions which we move, there are sometimes storms, there are cyclones, right? Wind doesn't move at all sometimes, and then there is heavy wind sometimes. And in all this we are moving our sailing boat. So how in our life, how we would lead it, how we would learn it, that's the whole process. So we together figure out certain things which will work for you in a particular weather, means your life circumstances and whatever other future life circumstances going to come. So this 5 days and 6 nights boot camp is basically looking at life, looking at learning together along with the children and doing certain learning. And learning is more about making something, creating something. So we create actually the knowledge. It is not something to be given and copied and pasted. It is something creating because then the understanding comes. What is given sometimes is ingredients. Like if I have to make a roti, if I have to make sambar, I can go and get the ingredients. Sometimes at initial stage, you would be given ingredients and you would be taught how to make it. After a point, you need to learn how to resource those ingredients. And if you are not satisfied with those resourceful, then you might have to grow your own ingredients or do something for your own ingredients through which you want to grow and make something. So it is all about growing. So informations are collected through the books, through talking with each other, through listening to a people, having a conversation. Those informations are being gathered. They are the ingredients. But the essential part of an education and a learning is to make something out of it, to make out a knowledge from those informations. So information is very easily available thanks to Google and now thanks to AI that you can just ask and on your fingertips, those just on your one saying, hello, Alexa, give me that. Alexa would give you that. So in midst of that, this boot camp would be a little bit away from the digital technology. Some technology we will use definitely because that will also demand it. So I share a little bit more about the camp, the venue, and the idea, and then you can ask me the more questions pertaining to the camp as well as the sale program. And throughout, feel like we are going together, and there is no captain actually. The captain is somewhere to be discovered. Right now, I am leading it, facilitating it as one captain, but then everyone has their own captains too. And the captain is always right. So that part that how to have a leadership, listening to our own inner voices, that leader, the captain within us, when you are on a sailing journey, when so many people are together. So let me share a little bit about first Anhad, where the program, some of you might have visited, might not have visited. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So I'm sharing the screen. So we had on the same name title, APNE SAPNE, last year also on the same time. We had one small kind of a mini camp, you can say, with that name, APNE SAPNE, uh, where it was more about first thing which we will also do in this camp is conscious celebration. That how we can give a healing touch and say goodbye, bring out the learning. from the year which is going 2024, and how we're going to welcome. So one simple thing like instead of being awake till 12 o'clock in the night, we will follow the rules of nature and we flow with it. So there would be yes evening celebration to say bye bye, but we will not be awake till 12 o'clock. That would be requested. Then it's a person's choice. But there would be a dawn fire to welcome the sunrise. So watching sunset and a sunrise would be the integral part of the camp, and particularly this new dawn of a new year, and having a small bonfire if possible on that day. So collecting woods for it, arranging it on the previous night in a way that we can have a bonfire on 31st, and then a bonfire also on a first early morning. It would be little cold. So coming it out, doing it together, praying it together, moving around, dancing, singing joyfully. So these are some of the activities in planned, and we will work together. It is not like somebody would set up bonfires and all of that. We all together, children, parent, all together would go forage certain woods. Certain wood would be there, uh, protected from the dew and all that part to be also taken care of. Certain things we will arrange. So this was what we did last year under the title APNE SAPNE. APNE SAPNE means our dreams. So we were talking about the dreams, definitely. And Anhad is a place near Hyderabad, 60 kilometers away. With you can see the building and structures here. So this was the last year, one of the event. Then we had one more event about this was also on a conscious celebration. This was around the birthday, celebrating birthdays consciously. This was another group where we had another celebration, and then there are other workshops and things keeps on happening at our premises. We have a small Gaushala, and yeah, this was another small retreat we had with a very small group of people. This is a dining hall where good people can come, and we would be having a simple food, organic food, and we might get a chance to also learn cooking, do something baking, and other things of a children's interest, uh, and make it more happening things and understand about the food also. Another thing in 5 days which will happen is we will take up some projects, very mini project you can say, which can be done in 3 to 4 days time period. Particularly the children would take up that project and we would be around to support them. They would be exploring, and project would be varied depending upon the place. So in a very first day, we would have a conversation. Actually, before they come, we will have a conversation. And then when they come, we'll have another conversation. And we plan out a small project for them, filled with certain numbers of activities, which they would be doing. And on 4th of January evening, they would be do expression, the presentation on that part of it. The cycle would be moving something like this always is like you are exploring, you are experimenting, you are inquiring about certain things, certain engagement would be also there for you to do, like washing dishes or arranging a plate or some sort of an engagement where you have to engage yourself. Then there are time periods for your exploration, inquiry, and experimentations. And then every day evening somewhere we would have a expression time also, where we could just sit together and listen to each other. How was the day? What happened? What didn't work? What worked? Some of the days, like especially second, third, first, these are the 3 days particularly where we will have this kind of structured modules of it. And final day we'll have a reflection about it. How did it all went? So it would start on 30th of December, that's Sunday. So before 4 o'clock, if everybody arrives, we can have a small sessions and kind of knowing the place and the things around it and all of that. On 31st evening, we'll have a celebration. First morning, we'll have a celebration, and we can work rest of the things as then it comes, because there can be certain prediction about the weather. When you start sailing, you know certain things. You can set the directions, but on the moment, what happens, that's what happens. Okay. So there are no more details as such than that. Okay. So these are some pictures from Anhad and other places. And as I shared already about the boot camp, this would be the structure majorly. So we would like basically, let me screen. You able to see the screen? Uh, Screen part now. Yeah. Okay. So this would be the structure. What we are doing is there is a revision in registration fees also. I share about that. So basically now it is 4,444 instead of 4,949. It's simple 4,444. That's a refundable part to confirm that you are participating in the camp. And at the end of the camp, we will open up our Excel sheet with all the accounts of our expenditures, the time facilitators and other people have spent, something like that. And then you have feel free to contribute per person wise, or lesser than that, more than that, nothing, whatever you feel like. We'll operate on that model financially. Accommodation would be the shared accommodation with the possibility of sleeping in tents. We have some tents, and if you have a tent and if you want to bring and do a sort of a camping kind of a thing, that can be possible. We have a sufficient number of rooms and toilets and other facilities to take care of all those needs. One of the parent definitely has to be there throughout, as it's a more about child and parent and the bonding between them also. So this is the more basic. I would like to know a little bit you about Yashod Babu so that I can share more something, and is also interesting. And then we have this program, a larger program which we work, known as scientific artistic integrated learning. For the two age groups we are running right now, 8 to 10 and 11 to 12, 11 to 13 actually. And any child parent interested to know more about it, it's an online program where similar attempts has been done with small projects with the children. Yeah, so this is all from my side right now. If you have more questions, I would like to take that first and see how it works. And yeah. Yashod Babu, can you introduce yourself a little bit? I would like to know if you can share your open your screen also, like video also. That would be good to see each other.
Yeah, Namaste ji.
Namaste.
Yeah, this is Yashoda. Already I visited your Anhad.
Okay.
Uh,
Hi.
as I said, I was the spiritual person. On the day we have a discussion.
Yeah, yeah. Now I remember.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So suddenly I just seen your message and I just entered. Okay, about what the program is.
Thank you for joining.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So even I was also planning to come over there in that meditation room. I was very much attracted to that meditation room.
Yeah.
Yes, I have to come there again.
Okay. Most welcome.
Yes.
So you have Fatima's number. Fatima can actually have
Yeah, already, yes, I
that.
already have it.